Okay, so welcome. It's been a minute since I've played this. So here's the deal. Um, I already finished one of the DLCs. I still have to do the hidden one. But I finished the Theban one called Curse of the Pharaohs, and I did a playthrough of that with Save Ancient Studies Alliance, and I linked that playlist. My If you go to my channel, like the full channel, you can find the playlist there under collaborations and contributions. But I also have it connected to this playlist. My Egyptologist plays Assassin's Creed Origins, so I have everything in order. Um, and so while I still have to do the Hidden Ones DLC, I decided that I would actually do kind of like education videos. I might go through the Discovery Tour with you guys, but I am going to first complain about Hermopolis. Now, if you did watch the stream, well, and it's a recording of the stream, I guess, now, but if you did watch that, then you probably have already seen me destroy Hermopolis, but I wanted to do to have a video just about that, just because I am so angry at this site, the way they portrayed it, and it doesn't make any sense. Um, and I thought that would be fun, and then I'm going to take you guys through Tel El Amarna in another video. So I'm not going to appear in the bottom right corner. I hope you're okay with that. Um, uh, yeah, it's I don't need to be seen. Okay, you've seen me in the other videos, but if it offends you that I'm not present in the little bottom right hand corner, you can let me know, and then take a look at that. But I mean, at this point, I don't think it's really necessary for these educational ones that I'm doing, because it's not really a react. I think the other videos are more like, oh, I'm going to react to this, and then you can see my rage or my excitement. It's it's a famous thing now in the archeo gaming community that when I first saw Amarna, I actually literally cried. I was so excited about it. But that's for another video. Right now we're going to go to Hermopolis. So let me explain Hermopolis to you. We are looking at the full map. I wish you can actually look at the whole thing at once. I wish it zoomed out more. So here we have Alexandria at the top of the map, as you guys know. And we come all the way down here. We've got Memphis down here. So here's Giza, right? Here's Giza. Here's Saqqara Nome, Memphis. Now, if you saw my other videos, you might have already seen my video just about the pyramids down here at Saqqara. So I took a trip through Djoser's pyramid, the step pyramid here. And then I came down to Sneferu's pyramids, the red pyramid and the bent pyramid, and then the Meidum pyramid. So I have a whole video for that, and I'll link it at the top in one of those little card things. And also, so yeah, you know, I've gone through here. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you watch that video, you'll see how excited I get about the accuracy of the portrayal of everything. And yeah, I mean, you probably caught, if you've watched the other videos, you probably caught me, you know, being excited about other things that are super accurate. I mean, they did a lot of work, so let's just take a moment and process the fact that they did so much work in this game to make it as accurate as possible. Which is why when we get to Hermopolis, I am so confused. So the map is squished. So these sites are actually a lot in this map. They're a lot closer than they are in reality. So Hermopolis is up a little too high here. It's more like in the middle of Egypt. And you know what? I should actually put a map. A real map of Egypt. Let me just pause so that I'll have a map right here on the right hand side. and I'll put a circle around where Hermopolis is on the real map of Egypt. So let's pause, take a look at. Ooh la la. Okay. um, so you probably also saw in previous videos that I was very worried about visiting Hermopolis because I was worried about visiting the site Amarna too soon, because I knew that I would be doing a live stream playthrough with a group of people in Amarna. And the reason why I was worried about that is because Tel El Amarna is actually across the street from Hermopolis. It's over here. It should be over here on the east side of the river, down a little bit further than this. But yeah, it's like about here where Tel El Amarna would have been. So I was very concerned about reaching that too fast. And then I found out that Tel El Amarna is actually not where it's supposed to be. It's in a completely different place, but we'll talk about that in another video. So Hermopolis, here we go. And then another thing that I thought was pretty wild was, where is it? Is it here? Is it listed? Is it down here? Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, the tomb of Smenkhkare. Smenkhkare was the successor of Akhenaten, and I have a whole video about visiting the tomb of Smenkhkare. It was a lot of fun. I appreciated this tomb quite a lot. However, it's 100% inaccurate because we don't have the tomb of Smenkhkare. We don't have it at all, and the decoration in this would not have been correct either. Now, I'm not mad at that, so yeah, go ahead and watch that video, and I'll link it up at the top again, so you can laugh with me about about everything that's in there. And I was so excited about it. But yeah, we can talk a little bit more about that when we get to my Amarna video. So what is Hermopolis? Why is it exciting? Hermopolis was a really old site, and I think maybe we should not be bored here, right? Let's just jump into Hermopolis. Oh, and you'll notice that I'm wearing the really awesome gear that you get from Curse of the Pharaohs. Now, I might have chosen to wear something else, but I earned this, so I'm wearing it. Right. So before I get too angry here, let's just talk about Hermopolis. This was a very, very ancient site. Very, very ancient. It was. Ooh, no, I don't want to fight anybody just yet. I've actually forgotten how to fight. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've played this. Let me just lurk inside this flower basket. Flower basket? Flower pot. I said basket. Get up there. Oh, check out that leopard print. Oh, I wanted to zoom in. Whoops, that's not. The leopard skin. But we're not talking about that. Sorry. So we're gonna be inside this flower pot, and we're gonna crouch so we can hide in these papyruses? Papyrus plants in a flower pot. Okay. Alright, that's fine. It's alright. Anyway, so Hermopolis was a very, very old site, and this was believed to be the cult site of the primeval deities, the Ogdoad. They were a set of 8 deities. There were so there were 4 sets of 2 deities, male deity and female deity counterparts. And one of these deities was Amun, and his female counterpart was Amunet. So that goes along with the hidden ones, because Amun actually means the hidden one. And so Amun and Amunet were the gods of darkness. And so these were primeval deities, meaning that these were deities who existed before creation. So this was before a separation of nothingness into somethingness. And so they represented duality, and the stage that really intensely charged stage just before creation. And so yeah, they had 4 sets of duality people. So we have Nun and Naunet, who were the gods of the primeval waters, and then there were other ones. I don't know, put a list on the I'll put it on the left-hand side. So we'll pause and we'll take a look at this list that I'm hopefully going to remember to put on the left-hand side here. That way you can see the four sets of dual gods. But yeah, Amun and Amunet were one of them, and all 8 of them were worshipped at Hermopolis. Okay, so that's one aspect of this cult site. Another aspect of this cult site was it was dedicated to the god Thoth, who was a lunar god. Lunar meaning the moon. He was the god of writing, the god of knowledge. He was the god who pacified the angry eye of Ra. So when the eye of Ra got angry, she fled to Nubia in Sudan. And so Thoth was sent to go calm her down and bring her back and replace her on the god Ra's forehead. And she became what's called the Uraeus. Thoth was also responsible for officiating over the trial between Seth and Horus over who would take the throne after Seth kills his brother Osiris, who was the king of the gods at that time. They have this whole trial where Osiris' son Horus is vying for the throne of his father, which is his birthright, and Seth is also vying for it because he thinks that it belongs to him since he killed Osiris. And so Thoth is one of the judges over this. And also the moon has something to do with Horus as well. The moon was the injured eye of Horus, which was healed by Thoth. So Thoth is a healer as well. Is that a lion over there that I was going to kill? I thought it was like a Roman soldier. All right, we'll get there. Pardon me. I might switch to my poison axe just to see if we can create a pile of bodies. That would be so great. So anyway, so yes, so this was the cult site of the god Thoth. He could take the form of an ibis bird, and he could take the form of a baboon. And in Hermopolis, there were these 4, I think there were 4 gigantic, huge, colossal statues of baboons that were constructed by the king Amenhotep III, the father of Akhenaten. And he had them built as a sort of way that he's what am I saying? He's assimilating himself with the god Thoth. And so this was a very popular site, and just so happened to be quite interesting that Akhenaten built his site dedicated to sun god across the street from the site dedicated to moon god. And I have an article that I'm supposed to be writing about this, so I can't divulge all of my secrets here. But anyway, so I was very, very excited about coming to Hermopolis. Very excited about coming to. Let me switch out to my axe. If I can find it. Nope. Oops. You want my serpent axe? Where are you at, my friend? Where are you at? Ah, here we go. Yes, please. Poison on hit. At level 51. Bravo to me. Okay. Let's equip. Oh, wait. Hang on a sec. Oh, wait. Is my sword also? Oh, let me check that. Oh no, it's health on kill. How is this not my thing? Oh, duh, I'm so dumb. Okay. I told you I forgot how things worked. There we go. Okay. Now we are prepared to whoops, I think. Yes, alright, we are ready. Oh, sorry, dude. Hold on, let me get this lion. I'll save you guys before I kill all of you. Did it? No, it didn't. Okay, blessed. I like to kill people with the axe when it's emitting poison. So that way you end up with like a whole pile of people that get killed. Pretty funny. Well, why don't we just go for it? Aw, man, come back. Okay, well, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll find somebody else. Is that guy wearing a hat? He is wearing a hat. Is that a Santa hat? What are you wearing, man? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. Okay, it's been a while since I've logged in here. So I was very excited to see Hermopolis. When I saw it on the map, I was like, yes, we are going to see gigantic baboon statues. We are going to see all kinds of great stuff. And then I got here and I got angry because we are not seeing what we should be seeing. We are seeing more than what we should be seeing. So I'm here to make a video to complain. I've been just giving you a background for what, 15 minutes now. Hopefully you're not too bored. So one of the things I got mad about were these baboons here. Now, let's appreciate the fact that they included baboon statues, but these are not the proper baboon statues. So this is what Thoth would have looked like. What? What did I didn't mean that. I mean, this is how he is portrayed in the art. So the way the baboon is made here is accurate to how Thoth baboons are. So he's usually a seated baboon like this instead of a standing one. So he's crouched like this, and he does wear this lunar disc and crescent on his head. Shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Climb back up there. I wanted to climb up the baboon. So we're gonna talk about good things. Why can't I function? What's going on? First time I up. Yo, get up. There we go. Here we go. Great, great, great. What we want. So he has this lunar disc crescent, which is meant to show the phases of the moon, and he's got this lovely this is what's called the dog-faced baboon. So I mean, I guess relatively speaking, these are let me point out something else. I just noticed they did a good job with this. Okay, so yes, also with these, hello, up you go, up you go. What? Shoot. Bayek, listen to me. Climb. Up. I want to look. There's bits that we have to see. There we go. Okay. So you see this this bit between his two legs. This would be his phallus, which yes was very prominently displayed in depictions of Thoth. So I like that they included this little tidbit. Bravo to them. Let's give them an applause. Now you might say, yes, these are colossal. They are larger than life. However, they are not as colossal as they ought to be, which is my main issue with them. And I'll put up over here on the left-hand side some a picture of the baboon, a baboon statue with hopefully a scale figure. So we'll pause. See it on the left. Hopefully, possibly, if I can remember. So yes, I get mad at these, and so you know what we're going to do? We are going to set them alight, burn them down. Ah, die, baboon, die! And this one too. No one is safe. We are going to kill this baboon as well. Die, baboon. Die. Oops, sorry, I was looking up somebody's skirt there. Pardon. Don't mind me, I'm just setting things on fire. And then there's two more baboons down here that we can yell at. Set on fire. So, I mean, on the one hand, yes, they do have 4 baboons, which I believe they had 4 of in real Hermopolis. But they would not have been separated like this. They weren't like gateways or anything like that. They were part of the temple landscape. of Amenhotep III. So why did Amenhotep III have himself portrayed as lunar deities? Because in his 30th year of rule, he deified himself. And he actually has a temple in what is modern day Sudan at a site called Soleb, where he has a temple dedicated to himself as a moon god named Nebmatre, Lord of Nubia. So here we go. Set you on fire, and we're gonna set you on fire too. We like to give the same things to everybody. Bayek is a socialist. And now we're gonna get to the real part that irks me. And so yeah, I guess this is going to be a short video, isn't it? Let me see if I can. One of these days, I'm gonna wait patiently, because eventually Romans will be passing through here again. That way we can kill them, with my poison axe, and hopefully have some poison drifting around for all of these people to die, because I think that's just so hilarious. People will come over and they're like, oh, what's this dead body? And then they get hit by the fumes and then they all die as well. Alright, so the major problem here in Hermopolis, and I mean, it's not that I'm so angry, but it's just bizarre to me that they put so much effort into creating such a realistic depiction of Egypt, with obvious issues, of course. I mean, this is a game that's meant to be entertaining, and it's not a documentary, right? However, they did such an excellent job of just, you know, making everything as accurate as possible, but for some reason, they threw all of that out the window with the site of Hermopolis. And I have no idea why. It's so confusing to me. So let's talk about all of the issues here. The main issue here is the temple. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, from the back here, looking up, that looks pretty awesome, right? Yeah, we've got this causeway, we've got these, you know, obelisks there, we've got those 4 gigantic statues cut into the rock. And you know what? This is an accurate temple. But not in Hermopolis! This is a temple that's in the southern border of modern Egypt. Okay, this would have been Nubia in antiquity, but in modern Egypt, this temple is is at the southern border, and it's at a site called Abu Simbel. And this is a temple that was cut into the rock, and this was done by Ramesses II, and it was a temple dedicated to numerous gods, namely Raharakti, Ptah, and others, and it had nothing at all to do with the god Thoth. So what they did here was they transported the entire temple of Abu Simbel from the southern border of Egypt, and they invented an entire landscape, because Hermopolis does not have this cliff face. They invented an entire landscape for this site, and they put Abu Simbel into Hermopolis as the temple of Thoth. And just no, why would you do that? I mean, I feel like what they ought to have done was just create, well, I guess maybe they probably ran out of, you know, time and resources and whatnot, but they could have just made an Abu Simbel site for us to visit, maybe as like a discovery tour thing, right? Like a DLC feature of discovery tour where you can just go in and visit a reconstruction of Abu Simbel temple. But no, they decided to just completely invent something, and I just, it's confusing to me, and I find it upsetting as an Egyptologist. Now, let's start from the very bottom here as well. So yes, we do have a causeway that leads to the river, which is, it's fine. right? Because this is what they did. They had temples with causeways leading to the river, or a harbor that had a canal leading to the river. Um, so, we don't need to be mad at this. But what we should be mad at is the fact that they put hieroglyphs on the floor. Now, in the game, we do not have hieroglyphs on the floor anywhere else in this game. I don't know why they decided to put that here. Why? Why make this choice? Like, they really made some choices here, didn't they? Hieroglyphs would not have been placed on the floor. The reason for this is because hieroglyphs were sacred. This was sacred writing, right? And writing in ancient Egypt had power. If you wrote the name of a god, this was an embodiment of the god itself. Okay? So, trampling on the name of a god would have been major no-no. Trampling on the name of anybody, it doesn't have to be a god. It can be the king. It can be your cousin. Okay? It can be anybody. You do not put somebody's name or hieroglyphs or anything on the floor to be trampled. Trampling had a great deal of significance. What would decorate the floor? Well, in temples, nothing would decorate the floor. Nothing would decorate the floor. But in palaces, they did decorate the floor. And at Amarna, the floor decorations were plants, depictions of pools with fish in them. And let me move over here to the left, or to the right, so I can make some space for another image, possibly, to put up on one of these sides, maybe just in the middle, who knows, of a depiction of the floor found at Tel El Amarna. And you will also note, or I'll just tell you, of course, the floor was also decorated with depictions of foreign enemies that were bound captives. And so the king and anybody else, and even delegations from the foreign lands whose captives are depicted on the floor of the palace, would be trampled on. So the king would be trampling on his enemies constantly because they are on the floor, and they are representations of an entire collective. So if he's trampling on an image of a Syrian, for example, then that means he's trampling on all Syrians. So walking on a floor had some significance, and that is why you do not walk on sacred text. You do not write on sacred text. Blessed. Missed. Alright, that's okay. The new set will arrive eventually. You just don't. You do not. And here I am trampling on all of the hieroglyphs. But yeah, in ancient times, you do not trample on hieroglyphs. So they did not have hieroglyphs on the ground. I don't know why they made this choice in this game when they didn't have that anywhere else in the game. Like, why? Why do that? Why do that? And they put, like, this took time and effort to put this skin on here. I mean, probably it was just maybe it didn't take too much time and effort, but still, somebody got paid to put the script on the floor. That's taking time and effort. And it just didn't need to be there, so why it was put there, I'm not sure. I think they were trying to make Hermopolis more interesting than it actually is in reality. And quite possibly because the tomb of Smenkhkare is nearby, which is one of those Isu tombs, or Isu places, so that has to be like a cool place. So anyway, let's go into this temple. Temple makes me so mad. So now we're at the entrance here. Now, the entrance is very much accurate as to how the facade of Abu Simbel looked. Of course, they didn't have Ptolemaic decoration like we have here. had completely different decoration. Looks like we've got a king's name carved into the side here. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so let's climb up here. So this was the Temple of Ramesses II, okay? But they have the name Menkaure, which is the throne name of Thutmose III, and also it was the throne name of Sayite period king. Wait, who was it? Necho I, I believe. So that's at a later time, which is more closely, it's more chronologically close to the time period this game is set in. But I'm guessing that they were probably going with Thutmose III with this one. I don't know why. This is the only cartouche that they seem to be using throughout the game. But this should have been Ramesses II's cartouche. Not Thutmose III's. However, they did definitely have 4 colossal statues of Ramesses seated, 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Whether or not they had these braziers, I'm not quite sure. I don't think they would have, because that would have been inappropriate to place this kind of a thing on a statue. But okay, it's fine. It's all right. Now, the deity that was depicted here was Raharakti, not the king. This is a deity. This is the statue of the king with king's wife or daughter. This would usually be the setup here. It looks like she's wearing a Hathor style crown with the moot, the vulture headdress. And this is a statue of a king, not of a god. See if we can. Ooh, I just got sleepy. Read the hieroglyphs again. See here. Right. I'm trying to do the photo thing so we can get a close look at these. Let me see. Maybe they're too blurry. Alright, we've got Amun, we've got... Alright, it looks like we might have a Ramesses here. They're kind of globby, but we have the mess here, and with like Mary Amun and such. So this might be an attempt to be Ramesses. However, Ramesses is not the one who was supposed to be up here. Oh, here we go. We've got some king's name. So yeah, it looks like they tried to do a Ramesses here, but this would have been the god Raharakti rather than the king. And why he's got red striped Nemes crown, I'm not quite sure, but that's fine. It's all right. Wearing the double crown. One thing I like, let me just point out, I think this is the only time that we have a statue fully painted in this game. And yes, this was how they did it. This was, they were not these just blank statues like over here on the two sides, or like we've seen elsewhere where they're kind of like just like this dark stone. No, they all would have been painted like this. So this is pretty cool to have that on there. Whether they had gilding, that's a possibility. Statues, some had gilding, which is completely, yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. But this should have been the god Raharakti. So let's come down here. Oops. There we go. And then let's go inside. So they've mixed New Kingdom with Ptolemaic, and look, you can even say that, or see that they changed the type of stone, and it's just kind of jammed in there. So now I'm wondering if they intended to have an Abu Simbel, and then they ran out of time, and so they just squished it in here. I don't know, that's weird. Hieroglyphs were likely not on the ceiling like this either. Notice that they just copied and pasted the skin from the floor. And so let's let's take a look inside. So Abu Simbel, yes, goes all the way back here to a sanctuary. So we're just gonna plow right through. Now I have not myself been to Abu Simbel, so I'm not quite sure if it goes in this deep. But in the very back of the tomb, or sorry, of the temple, they had 4 seated gods. And at 2 points in the year, the sun comes into the entrance of the tomb and shines on 3 of the gods, and the god that it doesn't shine on is the god Ptah, who was a creator god who is one who is normally associated with darkness as well, so the sun doesn't shine on him. So there should have been 4 seated gods, and not a single one of them would have been Thoth, especially not in an ibis form like this. But yeah, so this is Thoth in his ibis form. We have him represented in 2 different ways, standing and seated. Again, he's holding this brazier, which he probably would not have been. These would have been painted. And what's interesting here is they decided to fill in the negative space on the standing statues. Negative space meaning between the beak and the neck. But yeah, here we've got a bigger ibis, Thoth ibis. So that's pretty cool. And looks like we've got some kings' names on the sides here. We've got a Hotep. We've got what else have we got? Okay. Weird. Anyway. Marian Hotep is what it looked like, it said. Is that an actual name? I'll have to check, actually. But yeah, and then on the inside we have these depictions of gods that are copied and pasted. Like this is all completely invented, and I'm so confused because it's completely different from what we see in the rest of the game. Very, very bizarre. Very bizarre. And in Abu Simbel, what's actually depicted inside are Ramesses II's battles with Nubia, with Libya, and especially the Battle of Kadesh, or Kadesh, which was one of his major battles that he fought, and he was so impressed with himself that he depicted this battle on 6 different temples. And one of them is right in here in Abu Simbel, and I'll put a picture on top here of what that battle looks like. You can pause it if you want to look more closely at it, but they certainly didn't have these rooms over here with guards or Roman soldiers, so they didn't have that for sure. So yes, I love to burn down the temple as well, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna set alight these statues back here. It's very frustrating. Not frustrating. I mean, like, not that I can't sleep or anything. It's just like I just don't understand why they put so much effort into the rest of the game and then just decided, you know what? We're just going to invent this whole site. We're just gonna be completely just, you know, we're just gonna make stuff up. I don't know why. Oh wait, what's going on in here? Oh, it looks like we've got some embalming going on in here. Definitely did not happen inside. Well, it certainly didn't happen inside this temple. And likely they didn't happen in any temples, because this is a very filthy process. We've got all of this blood, right? We've got all of these organs being thrown around. Temples are supposed to be extremely, extremely clean. So yeah, definitely did not happen here, and especially not in an Abu Simbel temple. It's very complex in here, this rock-cut tomb. Sorry, temple. I keep saying tomb. What's wrong with me? It's very complex. A rock-cut temple, I don't think was this complex in terms of its internal construction. So yeah, let's go ahead and set the rest of it on fire. Oh, blast. Whoops. I don't really wanna go into there and like kill a bunch of people. I've done that. Down here. Did I come down here before? Yeah, there was definitely not a second floor level. Holy cow. Oh, I think I have come in. Huh. Weird. This is not a space that I think I saw before. Wonder if there's like a mission quest that I missed. Probably. I'm always missing things. Right, so it's just yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Really don't get it. Why they made such an effort. Where's Oh, that's what I'm looking for, the statues. So they would not have had these colossal statues in here as well. Maybe on like at gateways or at oh, actually, no, I'm lying. They would have had statues on columns, but not not inside a rock cut temple, like because you know you're cutting into stone, and this would have been sandstone, so it's very challenging. It's very hard. It's very hard stone, so it's just all around weird, and you know, just there's so much decoration in this temple that you don't find anywhere else in the game, so I don't know what happened here. I really don't know what happened here. um so yeah, I like to just set it all on fire. Let's do that. All right, so let's burn it down. We need some more fire bombs. Let's go find some more. So yeah, this is my angst over Hermopolis. So you probably, I don't know if you found this interesting, but yeah, I thought I would just do that. I ran out of fire bombs already. I only had how many? All right, let's why isn't he hitting anyone? What's going on? Why didn't that work? Why isn't he hitting anyone? It's not right. Did he no, it didn't leave any blast. All right. We'll destroy the evidence. Drop you in the river. Like we like to do. A good spot to drop you. Over there, maybe. Throw you over the wall. Yes, this is me hating Hermopolis. Fun, right? Yeah. No. No. We gotta try harder. We gotta really push him over the edge. Bye! Flash! Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I love it. Great. Alright, well, I've exercised my my anguish quite effectively, I think. So now that we've set baboons on fire, we've set the temple on fire. Somewhat, I ran out of things to fire it up with. Where's the blacksmith? Aha! Alright, let's get some more fire bombs and just really pummel it with some fire here. You know, this is real quality entertainment, isn't it? real quality entertainment. Hey man, I need to refill my tools. Please. I don't need the arrows, not interested. Alright, thanks my dude. Let's go set fire to the temple. Excuse me. Excuse me. I forgot how to fight, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oof. Wow. Alright. We'll just set the whole thing alight. Ha ha ha! From outside the door. That way we can run away really fast. Yeah, let's come. Let's just do it. Let's just firebomb everything. Burn! Yeah, it's like that new song from The Witcher. Burn, butcher, burn. Right, so let's set the roof on fire. Do that. These hieroglyphs. How dare you? Disgusting. Alright, we'll stop there. So I hope you enjoyed your little educational journey through Hermopolis. Coming at me, bro? Alright, we're gonna put this guy down. That's how we're gonna end this. We're gonna put this guy down. Ah! Die! Bitch. Alright. Oh man! Oh no, I thought I had somebody. He's just running away, yeah. Alright, well, I think that concludes our journey through Hermopolis. So I hope you were entertained somewhat, and I hope you learned some things that you didn't know before. Yeah, I'll see you for the Amarna one. Bye!